We'll stick with a little bit of world relays. I know you went for the 4x1. We had some good names coming out. We had what was it, Courtney Lindsay, at least for USA, starting off. Kenny Bednarek. I think it was a Kyrie King that was third, and then Noah Lyles bringing it on home. We saw like, I don't know why we even talk about 4x1 splits, but Kenny Bednarek split like an 891. Like, it's just like, to me, like, do you care about 4x1 splits? Does anyone care about them? And just like, even outside of that, what were your thoughts on how they did?
Great performance by the guys. First of all, tip my cap to all four of those guys. A 4x1 split doesn't matter, bro. Like, if you come to me talking about a 4x100 split, like, you are dismissed from talking track with me. But I think it's more about an optics kind of thing, right? You can see, especially on the first leg, like if somebody broke a stagger. Second leg, if somebody extended something, right? Like third leg, if somebody closed a gap, and then that anchor, Noah ran a beautiful anchor, man. That was nice. That was nice. But all four of the guys, they looked really good. I think the time was 37.4 or 37.6 or something like that. But really impressive. I was just glad they had clean handoffs around the track. All four of those guys train in Orlando area, which is cool. You know, they did a good job. They did a good job, man. I'm proud of those guys for what they did. So excited to see them in the next round if they keep that order or what they do.
Yeah, no, I like that as well. And like you said, 4x1 splits are cooked. You got like, he's like, hey, let's take a look at these 4x1 splits, and you've got Kenny Bednarek 891, Courtney Lindsay 1032. Like you telling me that means nothing, man. Like that means absolutely. You're telling me Courtney Lindsay running times like a high, really like an elite high schooler, and then you're telling me Kenny Bednarek as if he's running, Usain Bolt is getting cooked by him. Like, no, they're completely different things. I don't even know why we even bring it up. But yeah, like I thought great leg, and hopefully like this will show, because I know Kenny's been talking about like, hey, he wants to get on these relays, like, put him on there. Like, what's he got to do? And hey, you know what you got to do? Participate in one. Do it in the world relays. That can get your name in as a potential candidate. So glad to put him in there. Yeah, like you said, handoffs are clean. That's been an issue for Team USA since like the 80s. So it's good to see that those going well. And let's see how they do in this final. I know it'll probably be USA versus Canada, like it's been for a long time to come. But who do you think is going to be coming up on top here?
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know I'm rolling with my boys, man. The Statesmen. The Statesmen, man. The quartet. The American guys. I'm rolling with them all day. Hey, did you see the interview that Fred did with Anson? I think his name is Anson.
Yeah.
And they kind of touched on the relays and stuff like that, man. That was absolutely hilarious. But I'm rolling with US for sure. What about you?
Yeah. So USA, like, they should win. I think they have a better team. The only reason I would think Canada would is the chemistry. Like, they've been running that same 4x1 team since 2016 in the Olympics. Like, it's been pretty much the same. Brendan Rodney been on that third leg. They got Aaron. They got Andre DeGrasse. They've been running that same dang team for almost an entire decade. Like, that is never, like, you don't get a same 4x1 team in Olympic, like the one that's running right now ain't going to be the same one that's going to be running in 100 days from now in the Olympics for USA, and it's going to be different. So it's completely different. I know chemistry is important. I don't know how often they're training, but I feel like with this only being the relay, like, so it's not like other people, they weren't training for other events. It's not like Noah Lyles was focused in on the 200 today or whatever it was. So they had all this time to work on it, which was really good. So I'm going with USA. I think they win it. Canada will be up there, but I'm going to be interesting. Like, Anson, if you're watching, like, what's going to happen soon? Because you've been running the same team. Are we like seeing like the Warriors right now? Y'all were dominant. For all these years, and now Klay Thompson ain't making threes like he used to, and Steph Curry, you got drained. So it's like, hey, your big group. You were dominant for so long. But, who's next? What y'all got next? I don't know. We'll have to see.
When you said that, bro, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Like, man, with the Warriors, they've been together for a minute now. They looking as good as they used to for them. So Man, nah, I think that the state's got younger and better talent right now. You know, chemistry's cool and everything. Like, good handoffs are definitely important, but rolling with the U.S., man.
I know you were. It's probably it's different, obviously in college versus pro, but you were on that 4x1 for LSU. Like, how
Yeah.
often were you guys actually going through and working on those handoffs versus you, Terrence Lair, like all y'all were doing very different events. Like, you're working on the 4, he's working on the 1 to 2, and all that other stuff. Like, how often were you guys actually practicing those handoffs?
I think once a week we would do a little practice run, but it kind of was like if we got it right on the first one, that was it. We don't need to do it anymore. If we fucked it up a few times, we would run it back. So not too often. Definitely more often than these guys are doing it though. These professionals. So probably like once a week, get that chemistry and that that rhythm.